the rail unions, they need to work, but the writers of Hollywood striking, that's democracy. You need to donate money to fund the writer's strike of Hollywood because they don't care about democracy. They care about power. They care about control, and they don't care about right and wrong. They care about winning and winning only. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Make sure to hit the like and leave a comment in the comment section below and subscribe if you haven't already. And now I understand and I know that these like establishment Democrats aren't the most intelligent people in the world, despite the fact that they have usually have these fancy, college and university degrees. And they usually are tweeting and going on, their social medias and even in the actual mainstream media. And what they're pushing for is generally a giant contradiction of what they say needs to be done in order to accomplish what they say they want to do. And nothing is more evident of that than when they talk about democracy and what it takes for them to save democracy. And democracy is on the ballot. That's the new favorite thing that the Democrats are saying. Now, and a lot of the talking heads on social media generally don't flat out contradict themselves in the same tweet. Usually you see the little mishmash ones where it'll be like a tweet from a year ago. Well, old meathead himself from All in the Family, Rob Reiner, has officially broken the mold for ultimate stupidity online. Now I'm going to put this up for you guys right now. I'm going to read it. Hard reality. For our democracy to survive, two things have to happen. Donald Trump needs to be convicted for January 6th, and there can be no third-party candidate. Where do I... Now, let's take out the Trump January 6th thing. People have covered that thing to death. People are going to have their opinions. Nothing I'm going to say is going to change that opinion. Nothing I'm going to say is probably going to be a new revelation to that. So let's take the Trump part out and read the tweet again. Okay? Okay? For our democracy to survive, there can be no third-party candidate. In the same tweet, this guy is calling for what can only be described as literal, the F word. I don't know if YouTube, I don't want him to, demonetize my video or screw up the algorithms more than it already has. You know what that F word is. It's what they call Trump. It's what they, it rhymes with cassism, but it starts with an F. Why are we So this fucking asshole wants to ban third-party candidates to save democracy. Now, I will give him credit. He didn't say for democracy to survive. He said for our democracy to survive. And we all know what our democracy is. Our democracy to these establishment Democrats is democracy means Democrats win. And if they don't, that's not democracy. That's the F word. That's Putin. That's, it's all these other things that have come into play here. The only time democracy is a thing is for it's our democracy. And our democracy is I win. It's like that scene in Big Daddy where he's playing cards. He's like, I have a 4, an 8, a jack, and a 2. I win. That's Democrats now. That's literally Democrats now. Everyone else is sitting there trying to play by the rules. Say what you want about Cornel West and the Green Party and this third party stuff, or even libertarians historically who don't really get a lot of love either. Say what you want about them. You got these people here trying to just play by the rules, and these Democrats are, I have a 2, a 6, and they're like, I win. What is going on? Now, it's funny. It is funny that we've never heard any of these establishment Democrats talk about third parties up until now. And I know what the reason is for that. I'm going to give it away right now. Is that there has been third party votes that have gone on in the United States in particular for a very long time. And that was the Libertarian Party. But the reason why Democrats never cared about that, never were like, oh, for our democracy to survive, we have to get rid of the third party, is because libertarians generally were taking votes away from the Republicans. Now the Green Party's here, and you have Cornel West, who's a notorious left wing. And what they've done now is it's created a place for disinfected left wingers to go to vote for somebody else if they don't want to vote for Democrats. And these establishment Democrats know that there's not nearly enough people that are going to vote for the Green Party to actually win, but there might be enough for them to swing some of these purple states in the direction of the Republican candidate. Now, let's be real. The Libertarians have always taken more votes away from the Republicans than any other third party has from the Democrats. I will find some sort of chart to show that, but you this is wild. Wow, I'm spoiler alert, Canadian, and we have like in our federal elections and our provincial elections, aka state elections, or in our local elections, city elections and all that, we have like 6 political parties that actually legitimately get votes. We have 3 political parties really that actually split the vote pretty much like 30-30-30. And then there'll be like 2% here, 5% there for some of these other parties. In the federal election, we have something called the Bloc Quebec, which could only be established as the equivalent to if Texas had their own political party for federal elections called like the Make Texas America Party. And like everyone in Quebec votes for them. They either vote for the Bloc Quebec or they vote for the Liberal Party mostly in Quebec for federal elections. So like they have like a huge section there that just takes away from the Conservative Party of Canada by them just voting for, nope, if it's not good for Quebec, it's not good for us. And no, and like that's part of the true democracy process, the democratic process. But these establishment types don't want actual democracy. They want the I win attitude of what democracy is supposed to be. Our democracy, not democracy, our democracy. And the comments underneath this tweet from Rob Reiner blow me away too, because everyone's focused on the Trump part. That's why I wanted to say, put the Trump part aside. For our democracy to survive, there can be no third party candidate. That is insane. It's insane. It's the exact opposite of what democracy is. True democracy is actually no political parties when you think about it. True democracy is just individuals running as individuals to represent the people. That's all that democracy really is. The second you get into political parties, you actually are losing a big giant chunk of what democracy is supposed to be. So it was like basically what the party system became was a giant coalitions of individuals just calling themselves something because they all believe the same thing and they don't all want to run for federal office. They want to run sort of like collectively underneath the federal office. But that's not what democracy is. True democracy is there shouldn't be political parties at all. But there already is. So the best way to preserve as much democracy as possible if you're going to have political parties is to allow as many voices that are considered political parties as possible. But they don't want that. They just want as many people to just be Democrats and Democrats and Democrats. They want old man walking off in the middle of the Medal of Honor ceremony before he gives out the medal to be president to save democracy. Because the war in Ukraine, while there's someone sleeping under every bridge in America, is democracy. While there's people starving and don't have health care, while you're able to, fund all this BS with, the thing that just happened a couple years ago that they're ramping back up again. While you're able to do that, but you can't give people actual health care, that's democracy. Democracy isn't focusing on allowing the strength of unions, regardless of what your opinion is on unions. Mine's not necessarily positive, but unions are democracy. The rail unions, they need to work, but the writers of Hollywood striking, that's democracy. And we need to donate money. You need to donate money to fund the writer's strike of Hollywood, not the millions of people that make millions of dollars who are going to go on their social media like Oprah Winfrey and The Rock did, those two freaking numbskulls, who want you to donate your money, Mr. Middle Class, whose cost of living is skyrocketing through the roof. They want you to donate money to save Hawaii. They don't want Oprah. Oprah's not going to sell half of her land, half of her acreage. She has like 300 acres or whatever. Was it? Something like that. Something ridiculous of land in Maui. She's not going to sell half of it and then give that back to the people of Hawaii who suffered. No. She wants you to do it while she doesn't do a damn thing. And then she takes your money, puts it to her foundation, and uses it as a tax write-off. That's what they do. The United States government wants democracy by giving money to countries that are half a world away, but not giving money to help bring back Maui and rebuild Maui. That's what our democracy means. Just so you're clear. Our democracy is whatever the damn establishment Democrats want. And they win every time. No matter what cards you have compared to them, no matter how many votes happen, no matter how many elections happen, no matter how many people are dying in America, no matter how many wildfires are happening in American colonies or American states or whatever, it's all about making sure that our democracy is saved, not democracy. Because they don't care about democracy. They care about power. They care about control. And they don't care about right and wrong. They care about winning and winning only. And that's my opinion on this. On this absolutely ridiculously stupid tweet from Rob Reiner. I want to hear what your thoughts are on what his idea of democracy is, which is apparently jailing the Republican candidate and then completely banning anyone else from running altogether. Sounds like democracy to me. Make sure to subscribe to my channel. That would be awesome. And I will see you guys next time with the next video.